One day, King Solomon decided to humble Benaiah ben Yehoiada, his most trusted minister. He said to him, "Benaiah, there is a certain ring that I want you to bring me. I wish to wear it for Sukkot, which gives you 6 months to find it. If it exists anywhere in the world, Your Majesty, I will find it and bring it to you, but what makes the ring so special?" "It has magic powers," answered the king. "If a happy man looks at it, he becomes sad, and if a sad man looks at it, he becomes happy." Solomon knew that no such ring existed in the world, but he wished to give his minister a little taste of humility. Spring passed, and then summer, and still the minister had no idea where he could find the ring. On the night before Sukkot, he decided to take a walk in one of the poorest quarters of Jerusalem. He passed by a merchant who had begun to set out the day's wares on a shabby carpet. "Have you by any chance heard of a magic ring that makes the happy wearer forget his joy and the broken-hearted wearer forget his sorrows?" asked the minister. He watched the grandfather take a plain gold ring from his carpet and engrave something on it. When the minister read the words on the ring, his face broke out in a wide smile. That night, the entire city welcomed in the holiday of Sukkot with great festivity. "Well, my friend," said Solomon, "have you found what I sent you after?" All the minister laughed, and Solomon himself smiled. To everyone's surprise, the minister held up a small gold ring and declared, "Here it is, Your Majesty." As soon as Solomon read the inscription, the smile vanished from his face. The jeweler had written 3 Hebrew letters on the gold band, Gimel, Zayin, Yud, which began the words, Gam ze ya'avor, this too shall pass. At that moment, Solomon realized that all his wisdom and fabulous wealth and tremendous power were but fleeting things, for one day he would be nothing but dust. Welcome everyone this evening as we gather together on Shabbat Chol HaMoed Sukkot in the year 5785 already. Solomon, the wisest of men, who authored Kohelet, Ecclesiastes, which we read during Sukkot, learned the lesson of that everything in life, whether it's joy or sorrow, success or failure, is temporary. This too shall pass. And the Sukkah that we dwell in during this festival echoes this very same message. It reminds us of the fragility of life, how our achievements and material wealth are impermanent, and how ultimately we are dependent on God's sheltering presence. Ecclesiastes, attributed to Solomon, captured this wisdom, urging us to embrace life's fleeting nature and find meaning in every moment, however temporary it could be. And tonight we celebrate Shabbat Chol HaMoed Sukkot, a time when we let go all the illusions of control. We sit beneath the open roof of the Sukkah and trust in God's protection. And it's a moment to cherish the joy of now, even knowing that everything is passing. To begin our sacred service and welcome the light of Shabbat, I now invite special people, which are Maureen, Marlize, Erin, and Gemma Kaminsky, because it's Erin's Bar-Mitzvah starting in a few moments, just as we light the candles. So let's make it last more than 24 hours. Let me find a prayer for you. It is on the page 118. Please. Oh, I wanted to.
Oh, yeah.
To
Much
give you.
better. Thank you. I know, so much better.
Okay.
I didn't see any very.
Yeah. This is the only time when we first light and then recite the blessing. Please.
Oh.
Please. It will be Shel Shabbat or Shel Yom Tov, because we're in a holiday.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu להדליק נר של שבת של יום טוב.
Amen.
Amen.
This is how we begin our service.
Thank you, Rabbi. Shabbat shalom.
Thank you. We begin with singing Shiru Adonai, Psalm 96 on the page 131. Please join the choir. קיווה לשפוט הארץ, ישפוט תבל בצדק, ועמים באמונתו. Let's continue now with Psalm on the page 133. I will start, and when you turn the page, please continue and join me in reciting this. A psalm. Sing to God a new song, for you have worked wonders. Your right hand, your holy arm, have won you victory. Eternal One, you have shown your victory, displayed your justice in the sight of the nations. You were mindful of your love and faithfulness towards the house of Israel. All the ends of the earth beheld the victory of our God. הריעו לאדוני כל הארץ, פיצחו ורננו וזמרו. זמרו לאדוני בכינור ובכל זמרה, בחצוצרות ובכל שופר. הריעו לפני המלך אדוני. ירם הים ומלואו, תבל ויושבי בה. נהרות עמך וכף, יחד ההרים ירננו. לפני אדוני קיווה לשפוט הארץ, ישפוט תבל בצדק, ועמים במישרים. We continue with Lecha Dodi, inviting Shabbat. It's the only time in a year when we have Sukkot falling on Shabbat. Only happens once, so it's a very unique celebration. And we're looking forward to this moment to multiply our joy at least two times. Page 138, we do not forget to raise at the very last verse, which is Boi Veshalom Ateret Ba'ala. We think about Shabbat as a queen, as someone who we act with, towards someone who we act with such a reverence and joy, because she visits us, and it's a very rare occasion. But for us, the Jewish people, it happens every single week, and we still find it so amazing and inspiring. Page 138, let's sing together with the choir. Let's spend a moment now to say Shabbat Shalom to each other. You can walk around, but when you hear the melody of Psalm 92 on the page 140, which will be the next part of our service, please come back to your seats. those who chased us when we left Egypt. Baruch ata Adonai, הפורס סוכת שלום עלינו ועל כל עמו ישראל ועל Yerushalayim. And the sons of daughter and daughters of Israel shall keep Shabbat, observing Shabbat throughout the ages as a covenant for all time. 162.
Yum bam bam bam, Shabbat, Shabbat. Yum bam bam bam, Shabbat, Shabbat. Yum bam bam bam, Shabbat, Shabbat. Shabbat, 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 Shabbat. Yismechu, Yismechu v'malchutcha. Yismechu, Yismechu v'malchutcha. Shomrei Shabbat, Shomrei Shabbat. Lekorei u'legonet Shabbat. Shomrei Shabbat, Shomrei Shabbat, Lekorei u'legonet Shabbat. U'mekadeshei Shabbat, Shabbat, Shabbat. U'mekadeshei Shabbat, Shabbat, Shabbat. Kol ha'am yisbehu ve'yitanegu mitodecha Shabbat, Shabbat. Yismechu, Yismechu v'malchutcha. Yismechu, Yismechu v'malchutcha. Shomrei Shabbat, Shomrei Shabbat. Lekorei u'legonet Shabbat. Shomrei Shabbat, Shomrei Shabbat. Lekorei u'legonet Shabbat. U'yashvi u'tzintamo Shabbat, Shabbat. U'tzintamo v'kirosh Shabbat, Shabbat. Chemdat yamim oto karata. Zecher lemase bereshit. Shabbat, Shabbat. Yismechu, Yismechu v'malchutcha. Yismechu, Yismechu v'malchutcha. Shomrei Shabbat, Shomrei Shabbat. Lekorei u'legonet Shabbat. Shomrei Shabbat, Shomrei Shabbat. Lekorei u'legonet Shabbat.
We are the people in whom past endures, in whom the present is conceivable without moments gone by. The Exodus lasted a moment enduring forever. What happened once upon a time happens all the time. Let this be our kavanah for the festive of Midah on the page 164. Please rise for this.
וזוכר חסדי אבות ואמהות, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם למען שמו באהבה. מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני. מגן אברהם בעזרת שרה.
אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיה הכל אתה רב להושיע. משיח הרוח ומוריד הגשם, מזריע השמש ומוריד הטל. מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיה הכל ברחמים רבים. צומח נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות ומי דומה לה, מלך ממית ומחיה ומצמיח ישוע ונאמן עד לחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני מחיה הכל. 172. אתה קידשת את יום השביעי לשמך. You set aside the seventh day for your name, the pinnacle of creation, and you blessed it above all other days, more sacred than all festival times. So is written in your Torah.
ויחו השמיים והארץ וכל צבאם, ויחל אלוהים ביום השביעי מלאכתו אשר עשה, וישבות ביום השביעי מכל מלאכתו אשר עשה. ויברך אלוהים את יום השביעי ויקדש אותו, כי בו שבת מכל מלאכתו אשר ברא אלוהים לעשות.
אלוהינו ולאהבתנו וצא במנחתנו, קדשנו במצוותיך, ותן חלקנו בתורתך, סבנו בטובך ומשמחנו בשורתך, ותחרר ליבנו לעובדך באמת. והנחילנו אדוני אלוהינו באהבה וברצון שבת קודשך, וינוחו בה ישראל, ומקדשי שמך. ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש השבת.
רצה אדוני אלוהינו בעמך ישראל, ותפילתם באהבה תקבל, ותהי לרצון תמיד עבודת ישראל.
God and God of our ancestors, on this day of Sukkot, be mindful of us and all your people Israel. for good, for love, for compassion, life, and peace. Remember us for well-being. Amen. Visit us with blessing. Amen. Help us to a fuller life. Amen. ותחזן עינינו בשובך לציון ברחמים, ברוך אתה אדוני המחזיר שכינתו לציון. God of goodness, we are grateful for your many bounties, for the protecting care with which your love shelters us, for the knowledge that wherever we are in your presence. May your teachings enrich our lives, enabling us to give evidence of our devotion. May our words and our deeds hallow your name and make us worthy of your blessings. ועד כולם יתברך ויתרומם שמך מלכנו תמיד לעולם ועד. וכל החיים יודוך, סלע, יהללו את שמך באמת. היי ישועתנו ועזרתנו, סלע, ברוך אתה אדוני הטוב שמך, ולך נאה להודות. שלום רב על ישראל, עמך, תשים לעולם, כי אתה הוא מלך אדון לכל השלום. וטוב בעיניך לברך את עמך ישראל בכל עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. ברוך אתה אדוני המברך את עמו ישראל בשלום. Amen. We may be seated now. Let's spend a few moments in silence thinking about the goodness that we have in our lives. Sometimes it's very complicated to spot it on the very first sight. And on Shabbat we are given such opportunity. I recently thought about how the marketing people who sell us things, how well they know our psychology. And we've all definitely experienced this illusion of control. Imagine or remember yourself watching your cell phone as your Uber or your food delivery approaches. The application is showing us exactly where the driver is now, down to the last turn. You can see the little icon getting closer, and somehow, even though nothing really changes in how much you have to wait, you feel more comfortable. You feel more, okay, it's getting there. It's soon. Time does not change. And they trick us all the time with this, because this is how our psychology works. Nothing changes about the actual time for your rides to arrive. The experience is different. And you feel as though you have some kind of control. But do you really have it? The truth is that the driver's pace, the traffic ahead, none of that is still in your hands. The only thing that changes is the perception. And this small everyday moment reflects on something much larger and connected to the holiday that we are in, to Sukkot. We all crave to control, a feeling of control. We construct our routines and build our careers and plan our futures as if we can secure life against its uncertainties. We remember COVID, we don't control anything. But life, as we all know, always have the way of reminding us that control is most often an illusion. And so now comes the holiday of Sukkot, which invites us to step out of the solid homes we have built and dwell in the fragile sukkah, exposed to the wind, to the rain, under a roof of branches and stars. And it's a radical shift from the security that feels permanent to the vulnerability of what is temporary. And in this moment of fragility, the Torah commands us to rejoice. Rejoice as you never did. Rejoice. You should be always only happy. It says while sitting in a sukkah at the heat of the sun, or when the rain could definitely fall. But how can you be joyful when you're reminded of how little control you actually have? And here we come to these famous words that we sometimes sing at our services or beyond, of Rabbi Nachman Breslov. The whole world is a narrow bridge, and the most important thing is not to be afraid. כל העולם כולו גשר צר מאוד, והעיקר לא לפחד כלל. Life is indeed a narrow bridge, uncertain, unpredictable, but sitting in the sukkah with nothing but God's shelter above us, this is when we begin to understand what Rabbi Nachman meant. Our task is not to wait for perfect conditions, not to cling to the illusion of control, but to cross life's narrow bridge with courage and joy. And Sukkot teaches us exactly that. Joy and fragility are not something opposite to each other. They are deeply intertwined. And it is precisely when we recognize that everything is temporary, our wealth, our health, even our moments of peace, that we can fully embrace the blessings of life as they are. It's just moments that we need to cherish even more. And the fragility of Sukkah mirrors the fragility of life itself. And yet we are called to rejoice, and not despite this fragility, but because of it. And on Sukkot we traditionally read from the Sefer Kohelet, from the book of Kohelet, written by King Solomon, ascribed to King Solomon rather. And it reflects on the fleeting nature of life. For everything there is a season and every purpose under heaven, a time to be born, a time to die. And at first his words can be very unsettling, as though they remind us that nothing we do truly lasts. But Kohelet's message is deeper and more joyful than we think of this book, Ecclesiastes. He teaches that meaning isn't found by avoiding life's challenges or resisting them. Meaning is found in accepting that everything has its time. And truly, joy comes from embracing each moment fully, precisely because we know it won't last forever. And so this exercise of a sukkah is inviting us to release this illusion of that we control something and rediscover the joy of that life lasts and we are enjoying it as it is. A shared meal, a sound of a song, the presence of our loved ones, the guests that we invite, that we could not have time to invite before. It's a sacred pause and reflection, like Shabbat, and Shabbat on Sukkot is something even more. So we stop chasing what we don't have. This is why in Kohelet it is said, Hevel Havalim, all is vanity of vanities, but more precisely to translate, everything is steam of steams. So it's something that we can see, but we cannot even touch it, we cannot grasp it. It's something that flies away in the next moment. While the tomorrow is never guaranteed, the Sukkah reminds us that we should dwell in the holiness of the moment of now. Even more so, joyfully dwell in the holiness of this moment. We also have the 4 species, the Arba Minim, and they teach us about unity and interconnectedness of all of us. Each of the 4 species represent, according to our sages, different kind of Jew. There are those who are like etrog, they are both fragrant and tasty, and they symbolize those with Torah knowledge and good deeds. Then there is lulav, the palm branches, which the palm, not the palm itself, but rather the dates from it, they have taste but no scent. And they represent who have knowledge but are lacking in their deeds. Then comes hadas, with its fragrance but no fruit, and it symbolizes those who excel in action but may lack learning. And the arava, something that grows on the trees, willow, we call them near the rivers, at least where the rivers are present. They have no taste and no fragrance, and those represent those who struggle with both having knowledge and doing something positive for the world. And yet, the mitzvah is fulfilled only when we join 4 of them together, and none can be missing. We are all needed as a part of the Jewish people. Those who visit synagogue once a year for Yom Kippur, and then maybe by the inertia in the next few weeks, and then get lost. And those who are always coming and helping to set the Kiddush table, or doing anonymous donations, or just bringing joy with their presence. We are all needed. And this unity extends in the Sukkot, in the Torah. It says not just about the unity of the Jewish people. It says, Torah says, you shall rejoice in your festival, you, your son, your daughter, your male servant, your female servant, the widow, and all the categories of the people who really need to have someone around, even on the holiday when everybody rejoices. So Psikta expands, Psikta the Rav Kahana, source of additional understanding from the ancient times, expands this teaching that the true joy is found not in the celebrating alone, but in bringing others into our joy, especially those on the margins, those strangers, orphans, widows. And if we embrace others in our celebration, our joy multiplies. If we turn away from them, our joy diminishes, no matter how much we may have. It's all in vain, all the castles that we built for ourselves. So, and at its core, Sukkot brings us this ethical message. The world was created with enough for everyone, but only if we share generously, it works. Just as the 4 species represent this completeness of our community, so must we ensure that all the people in the world, Jewish and non-Jewish people, share in the abundance of the world. And the beauty of God's creation that we recount every Shabbat lies in its abundance, but it is our task to maintain that balance by caring for those in need, by redistributing, and by being attentive to each other, to the strangers and to those who we love and know. So, as we're going to sit downstairs in a sukkah, at least just for drinking the Kiddush cup and tearing the challah, let us reflect on this kind of a world that we're called to build. The walls of the sukkah are fragile, open to the wind and the stars, just as our hearts should be open to others. So, the message is clear. Let us rejoice and remember that the true joy comes not from what we hold on to, but from what we give. And our task is to create a world where no one is left behind, where there is enough for everyone, and where joy is found in lifting others up, especially those most vulnerable among us. May this unique Shabbat Chol HaMoed Sukkot in year 5785 remind us that even in life's fragility, God's sheltering presence is always with us. And may we find the joy also in knowing that when we share and lift others, there is always enough love, enough hope, enough joy for all. Shabbat Shalom, Chag Sameach, Moadim Lesimcha. And it's our duty to praise. It says, I don't remember exactly where in Talmud, but definitely on the page 587 of our Siddurim. This is the final prayer, and for this final prayer we open the Ark, and I'm happy to invite Elise Becker and Hansi Becker to open the Ark for us. Please. We all stand for this prayer. It's on the page 587, version number 3, if I'm not mistaken. We will begin as soon as the Ark gets open.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצא בראשית, שהוא שם חלקנו לאחד את שמו, וגור עלינו להמליך מלכותו, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא.
Why should I wish to see God better than this day? I see something in God in each hour of the 24 and each moment then. In the face of men and women I see God, and in my own face in the glass I find letters from God dropped in the street, and every one is signed by God's name. And I leave them where they are, for I know that wheresoever I go, others will punctually come forever and ever.
And this week from Bet David we remember Lily Groneman, mother of Len Groneman, Goldie Gerber, mother-in-law of Lally Gerber, Norma Taylor, mother of Michelle Ross and grandmother of Warren, Shlomo Bar, father of Ronen Bar, and Minnie Kaminsky, grandmother of
עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל ואמרו אמן. Please be seated.
Just a few announcements. Thank you to everyone who attended the service, both in person and online, and as always, thank you to Rabbi, the choir, the musicians, and our technical desk. On behalf of everyone at Bet David, I wish Erin and all her family Mazel Tov. Erin will be called to the Torah as Bar-Mitzvah tomorrow morning. And for those who wish to attend the memorial service for the late Ronnie Youngelson, it'll take place, as we said, Sunday afternoon, 3 p.m. here at Bet David, and Rabbi Shimon will be officiating. On Wednesday, 23rd October, there will be an Erev Simchas Torah service at 6 p.m. here at Bet David, and we ask congregants to bring a platter of vegetarian or dairy snacks and drinks of your choice. On Thursday, 24th of October at 9:30 a.m., we're going to have a combined service here at Bet David, so please make every effort to attend these festival services. And please, after the service, join us in the Sukkah for Kiddush, and we'll conclude the service with the singing of Adon Olam, page 625. Chag Sukkot, Sameach, and Shabbat Shalom.
אדון עולם אשר מלך בטרם כל יציר נברא לנעשה בחפצו כל אזי מלך שמו נקרא ואחרי ככלות הכל לבדו ימלוך נורא והוא היה והוא עובר והוא כי